A glass of muddy water rests on the table. If you keep stirring it endlessly, the water stays cloudy, opaque, and useless. But if you leave it alone, undisturbed, the sediment gradually sinks. The mud drops away and the water clears, becoming transparent, pure, and still. Your mind is like that glass, constantly agitated by thoughts, worries, plans, regrets, and endless mental chatter. It never rests, never clarifies, never finds peace. What if the answer isn't to pile on more thoughts or force solutions through analysis? What if true clarity arises precisely from stillness, not from relentless thinking? Let me introduce you to the timeless wisdom of mental stillness, drawn from ancient philosophy, particularly Taoism, and explain why an empty mind holds far greater power than an overloaded one. The Tao Te Ching poses this profound question. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? This is from chapter 15, often attributed to Lao Tzu. This isn't about suppressing thoughts or muscling the mind into silence through willpower. That only creates more turbulence. True mental stillness is about letting thoughts arise and pass naturally, without interference, so the mind's habitual churning slows and settles on its own. Modern life pushes the opposite. Think harder, plan more, analyze deeper, cram the mind with information, strategies, and noise. The outcome? Exhaustion, analysis paralysis, a mind so cluttered it can no longer discern the signal amid the static. Taoist wisdom reminds us of something we've largely forgotten. The mind, like the body, needs genuine rest, not just sleep, but intervals of complete mental quiet. When was the last time your mind was truly empty, not distracted by screens or tasks, but simply present, free of thought? For many, it's been years or never. We've lost the art of simply being. This constant activity breeds what Buddhists call monkey mind. Restless, jumping from one thought to the next in an endless chain. Thought triggers memory, memory sparks worry, worry fuels anxiety. The cycle serves no real purpose beyond draining energy, much like endlessly stirring water that desperately needs to settle. In one Taoist story, a student asks his master how to attain mental stillness. The master simply points to a tree. The tree doesn't think about growing, fret over changing seasons, or plan its leaves. It just is. Its mind, if we can use the term, is perfectly empty, yet it achieves everything required: growth, adaptation, survival, beauty. This emptiness isn't deficiency, it's fullness. It's the spaciousness from which right action flows naturally, unhindered by overthinking. The Tao Te Ching teaches, in the pursuit of learning, every day something is added. In the pursuit of the Tao, every day something is dropped. We accumulate knowledge, opinions, judgments, beliefs, layer after layer of mental content. Mental stillness reverses this, not adding but subtracting, not filling the mind but emptying it of what clouds clarity. But how do you empty the mind? Here's the paradox. Trying to empty it fills it with the effort itself. Forceful meditation often backfires. Stop thinking becomes just another thought. The Taoist way is gentler. Stop feeding thoughts. Don't chase them, elaborate on them, or fight them. When a thought arises, simply notice it. Let it drift past like a cloud in the sky. Another appears, same response. Observe without grasping. Left alone, thoughts fade naturally. This isn't suppression, which only strengthens buried thoughts. It's allowing each thought its brief life before it dissolves. What remains isn't blank void or unconsciousness, but vivid, alert presence, a clear awareness that mirrors reality without distortion. In this stillness, something extraordinary emerges. Intelligence beyond ordinary thinking. Insight arrives that analysis could never reach. Athletes describe the zone, where the thinking mind quiets and pure, effortless action flows. Artists speak of flow state, where creation pours forth not from planning but from open allowing. Scientists recognize incubation, when breakthroughs come only after conscious effort stops. This is no mysticism. It's how the mind functions. The The conscious mind handles only a handful of items at once, while the vast unconscious processes millions, detecting patterns the busy mind overlooks. Constant thinking blocks access to this deeper intelligence. Stillness opens the door. Solutions appear. Creativity surges. Right action arises spontaneously, without force or hesitation. A master swordsman, asked about his flawless skill, said, "I don't think about where to strike. The sword moves where it must." His empty mind doesn't interfere. It allows perfect action. This principle extends everywhere. In conversation, a full mind preparing your next reply prevents true listening. An empty mind hears deeply, and the right response emerges naturally. In decision-making, overanalysis breeds paralysis. Stillness brings clear knowing. The Tao Te Ching observes, "Those who know don't speak, those who speak don't know." True knowing arises from stillness, not chatter. Thinking has its place for planning, problem-solving, but constant thinking is useless. Wisdom lies in knowing when to think and when to rest in stillness. Most live in only one mode, non-stop mental activity, from waking to sleeping. This breeds fatigue and turns the mind into an exhausting companion rather than a helpful tool. Stillness restores balance. The mind becomes an instrument you wield when needed, then set aside. Try this simple practice. Sit comfortably, close your eyes. Don't fight thoughts, just observe them without judgment or engagement. A thought arises. Notice it, let it pass. Another follows, same gentle watching. Like clouds drifting across the sky, don't chase them. At first, you'll get swept away often. That's normal. It shows how deeply identified we are with thinking. But gaps will appear, brief moments of quiet between thoughts. These are doorways to clarity. Don't force them or chase stillness as a goal. Simply continue observing. The mind settles naturally when interference stops. Even 5 minutes daily brings change. Less reactivity, thoughts lose their grip. 10 minutes deepens awareness. You catch mental loops sooner. 20 minutes begins to permeate everyday life. Quality matters more than quantity. 1 minute of true presence outweighs 20 minutes of distraction. Another approach, single-pointed focus. Anchor attention on the breath, a flame, a sound. When the mind wanders, gently return. No self-criticism, just patient redirection. This trains the mind to settle on command. Apply it throughout the day. In conversation, listen fully, returning attention to the speaker whenever planning thoughts intrude. In work, immerse in the task, gently redirecting from distractions. In nature, rest in pure sensation without mental commentary. This emptying doesn't reduce intelligence. It amplifies it by quieting the noise and accessing deeper awareness. Zen says, "In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind there are few." The expert's mind is crammed with assumptions. The beginner's is empty, open, fresh, receptive. Stillness returns us to that beginner's mind, not ignorance but pure openness and clarity. Another Taoist image, the usefulness of a cup lies in its emptiness. A full cup accepts nothing new. Your mind, perpetually filled with thoughts, blocks fresh insight. Empty it and reality can flow in directly. This doesn't mean abandoning thought forever, only recognizing it as one tool among many. Mastery is flowing fluidly between thinking and stillness, using each when appropriate. Modern culture glorifies only one. Think more, analyze harder, accumulate more. Minds never rest. The price is lost clarity, peace, and presence. Yet the capacity for stillness is innate. It's not acquired, but uncovered by removing what conceals it. Stop adding thoughts. Stop unnecessary stirring. With patience, like waiting for muddy water to clear naturally, allow the settling to happen. Create small moments of non-engagement, walking without headphones, eating without screens, sitting without agenda, just being present. These moments accumulate. The mind learns it doesn't need constant motion. Peace reveals itself in the spaciousness of emptiness. From there, life clarifies. Decisions simplify, actions align naturally, not through more thinking but through less. As Shunryu Suzuki said, the most important thing is to find out what is the most important thing. Constant thinking obscures this. Stillness reveals it. The empty mind sees what the full mind forever misses. So empty yours, not by force but by patient allowing. Let the mud settle naturally and watch perfect clarity emerge.